Stop everything. Right now, as you watch this video, there is a billionaire family searching for you. Yes, you. And what I'm about to reveal in the next few seconds will completely transform your financial destiny forever. But here's the truth that will shake you to your core. If you skip this message, if you ignore what heaven is declaring over your life right now, you will miss the divine appointment that could change everything. The enemy wants you to scroll past this. The adversary of your prosperity is working overtime to distract you, to make you doubt, to make you click away. But something inside you made you stop. That wasn't coincidence. That was divine intervention. God orchestrated this moment, and a family of extraordinary wealth has been assigned to your breakthrough. I need you to hear this with every fiber of your being. Your season of lack ends today. Listen carefully, because time is running out. There's a wealthy family that heaven has positioned in your path, and they're carrying resources with your name on them. But there's a time frame, there's a window, and that window is closing faster than you think. The multiplication you've been crying for, the financial breakthrough you've been begging for in your prayers at 3 a.m. when nobody's watching. It's packaged in this divine connection. But you must stay with me. Do not let the devourer steal this moment from you. If you've been struggling with bills that never end, if you wake up every morning with anxiety crushing your chest because you don't know how you'll make it through another month, if you've tried everything and money still slips through your fingers like sand, this message is your exit door. Subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that notification bell and send a super thanks of $100 to activate the seed of faith that will connect you to this billionaire family. I'm not talking about luck. I'm talking about divine orchestration. Heaven has been watching your faithfulness in the small things, and now it's time for the big things to manifest. You need to understand something that will change your perspective forever. God doesn't work on human timelines. While you've been counting the days, wondering when your turn will come, heaven has been setting up divine connections that will catapult you into a dimension of wealth you never imagined possible. This billionaire family I'm talking about, they're not just wealthy. They're wealth carriers. They're financial portals. And God has given them one assignment: to find the person who's been faithful in the wilderness, who's been praying through the pain, who's been believing when everything looked impossible. That person is you. But here's what most people don't understand. These divine connections have expiration dates. There are seasons and there are times. Right now, in this exact moment, you're in the time frame where heaven has aligned your life with theirs. But if you procrastinate, if you treat this like just another video, you'll miss it. And when you miss a divine connection, you don't just lose an opportunity, you lose a destiny shift. Share this video with 3 people right now. By sharing it, you're activating the law of reciprocity. You're declaring to heaven that you're ready to be a conduit of blessing, not just a container. And when you become a conduit, unlimited flow comes to you. Let me tell you something the wealthy know that broke people don't. Money responds to attention. Prosperity responds to focus. And right now, your complete attention on this message is creating a magnetic field around your life that's attracting the resources you need. This billionaire family isn't looking for just anyone. They're looking for someone who has the spirit of faithfulness, someone who has endured hardship but didn't become bitter, someone who kept believing even when their bank account said it was over. Every bill you paid on time when you had nothing left, every time you gave when it didn't make sense, every moment you chose to worship instead of worry, heaven recorded it. And now, the reward is coming in a package so large, you will need supernatural capacity to receive it. But you have to prepare yourself. You have to position yourself. You have to align yourself. And that alignment happens through obedience. When I tell you to subscribe, it's not about numbers. It's about your posture. When I tell you to send a super thanks of $100, it's not about the money. It's about breaking the spirit of poverty that makes you hold tight to what you have instead of releasing seed into your harvest. The reason most people stay broke isn't because they don't work hard. It's because they don't understand the spiritual laws of wealth transfer. Money is spiritual before it's physical. Riches are decreed in heaven before they manifest on earth. And right now, there's a decree over your life. God is saying, I'm bringing a wealthy family into your path. They're carrying the resources to pay off every debt, to fund every dream, to establish every vision I've placed in your heart. But my child must be ready. My child must be watching. My child must be in position. Are you in position? Or are you still living in the mindset of survival, scraping by, hoping things will somehow get better? Hope is not a strategy. Faith is a strategy. And faith requires action. Your action right now is to stay locked into this message, to share it with 3 people who need this same breakthrough, and to activate your seed by sending that super thanks. I promise you, what you're about to receive will be worth 1,000 times more than what you sow today. Here's what I know about this billionaire family that's searching for you. They're not like the wealthy people you see flaunting their riches on social media. These are kingdom financiers. These are people who understand that wealth is a stewardship, not just a status. God has blessed them abundantly, and now He's directing them to become distribution centers for those He's about to promote. You are on God's promotion list. Your name has been called in the courts of heaven. The angels assigned to your financial breakthrough have been dispatched. But there's warfare over this blessing. The enemy knows that once you connect with this family, once you step into this dimension of wealth, you'll become unstoppable. You'll be able to fund the ministry you've been dreaming about. You'll be able to give to every cause that tugs at your heart. You'll be able to live without the constant stress of wondering if you'll have enough. That's why the attack on your finances has been so intense. That's why it seems like every time you get a little ahead, something breaks down or an unexpected bill appears. It's strategic warfare. But today, the warfare ends. Today, you take back what the enemy stole. Today, you connect with the wealth that has your name on it. I want you to type in the comments right now, I receive the connection with my billionaire family. Don't just think it, declare it. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and you need to speak this into existence. When you declare it, you're giving heaven permission to move on your behalf. You're opening a portal. You're activating angels. You're releasing the supernatural into the natural. And you're sending a message to every demonic force that's been blocking your money. My season of lack is over. I've seen this happen too many times to doubt it. I've watched people who were in crushing debt suddenly receive phone calls from people they didn't know, offering them opportunities they didn't apply for. I've seen single mothers struggling to feed their children suddenly connected with benefactors who paid off their mortgages. I've seen young people with big dreams but empty pockets suddenly linked with investors who believed in their vision. This is not fantasy. This is the supernatural economy of the kingdom, and you're about to experience it firsthand. But let me warn you about something. There will be a test. Before you receive the fullness of this blessing, God will test your stewardship. He'll watch what you do with what you have right now. Are you faithful with the little? Are you generous with the small? Are you honoring Him with your current finances, even though they're limited? This is crucial, because God will never give you more than you can manage. And if you can't manage $100 with integrity, you're not ready for 100,000. So right now, as you're receiving this word, I want you to make a decision. Decide that you're going to be a faithful steward. Decide that you're going to honor God with your finances. Decide that when the abundance comes, and it will come, you won't become prideful or forget where it came from. Subscribe to this channel if you're making that commitment. Send a super thanks of $100 as a prophetic act of your faithfulness. And share this with 3 people who need to hear that their breakthrough is connected to someone else's obedience. Now, let me tell you about the specific timing of this blessing. We're in a kairos moment, a divine timing that's different from chronological time. In the Greek, there are 2 words for time: chronos, which is clock time, and kairos, which is God's appointed time. You can spend years in chronos, waiting for something that manifests in seconds during kairos. And right now, we're in a kairos season for financial breakthrough. The biblical cycles are aligning. The prophetic calendar is pointing to this moment. And God is releasing wealth transfers like never before. But kairos moments don't last forever. They're windows, not doors that stay open indefinitely. You have to leap through the window while it's open. You have to seize the moment while it's available. Hesitation will cost you. Doubt will disqualify you. But immediate obedience will position you for immediate breakthrough. This billionaire family that's looking for you, they're moving on divine instruction. They're not going to wait forever. Heaven has given them a list of names, and your name is on that list. But if you don't respond, if you don't position yourself, if you don't step into the preparation that's required, they'll move on to the next name. I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds too good to be true. How can I be sure this is real? Let me tell you how you'll know. By your obedience. Faith isn't believing after you see. Faith is believing so you can see. If you wait for proof before you act, you'll miss every miracle. Miracles require risk. Breakthroughs require stepping into the unknown. Divine connections require you to move before the connection appears. That's what separates those who walk in abundance from those who stay in lack. The abundant ones act on the prophetic word before they see the manifestation. They sow the seed before they see the harvest. They thank God for the blessing before it arrives in their bank account. That's the level of faith that attracts the supernatural. And that's the level of faith I'm calling you to right now. Don't let logic talk you out of your miracle. Don't let fear convince you to play it safe. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of a faith decision you're afraid to make. Make the decision today. Subscribe. Share with 3 people. Send the super thanks of $100. And watch what God does. Here's something else you need to understand about this billionaire family. They're specifically looking for people who have a testimony of faithfulness in hardship. They're not interested in people who only believe when things are going well. They want to invest in people who praised God in the pit, who worshiped in the wilderness, who kept declaring victory when everything looked like defeat. That's you. Every sleepless night you spent praying instead of panicking. Every time you chose to give your last instead of hoarding it in fear. Every moment you declared, God will provide when provision seemed impossible. All of that was building your testimony. And your testimony is your currency in the spirit realm. It's what makes you qualified for the blessing that's coming. This family isn't just giving away money randomly. They're strategically investing in people who will steward the blessing well, who will multiply it, who will use it to advance the kingdom. And your faithfulness has qualified you. But now you must step into the fullness of what's available. You must stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances and start seeing yourself as a victor destined for wealth. The shift in your identity is crucial. As long as you identify as broke, as struggling, as barely making it, that's exactly what you'll experience. But when you begin to identify as blessed, as prosperous, as favored by God, your reality will shift to match your identity. This is not positive thinking. This is kingdom principle. You are who God says you are, not who your bank account says you are. You are blessed with every spiritual blessing in heavenly places. You are the head and not the tail. You are above only and not beneath. You are a lender and not a borrower. These aren't nice religious phrases. These are prophetic declarations that shape your reality. Start speaking them over your life every single day. And watch how your financial situation begins to transform. This billionaire family is being drawn to you because you're shifting your identity. They're attracted to the spirit of victory that's rising in you. They're responding to the faith that's being activated in you right now as you watch this video. Don't let this moment pass without taking action. Share this video with 3 people. Let them know that their breakthrough is connected to their obedience. And send your super thanks of $100 to release the seed that will bring the harvest. Let me paint you a picture of what your life is about to look like. Imagine waking up tomorrow and checking your bank account to find a deposit you didn't expect. Imagine receiving a phone call from someone offering you an opportunity that seems too perfect to be real. Imagine walking into a meeting and having someone say, "I've been looking for someone exactly like you, and I want to invest in your vision." This isn't imagination. This is prophecy. This is what's about to happen in your life. But you must be ready. You must be prepared. You must be in position. And positioning happens through obedience to the instruction you're receiving right now. God speaks, we obey, and then we see the miracle. That's the order. It never works the other way around. You don't see the miracle and then decide to obey. You obey, and then the miracle manifests. So what is God asking you to do right now? Subscribe to this channel, share with 3 people, send a super thanks of $100. These aren't random instructions. They're divinely orchestrated steps that position you for the wealth transfer that's coming. I want to address something that might be going through your mind right now. The voice of doubt that's saying, "I can't afford to send $100 right now." That's exactly the voice that has kept you in poverty. That's the spirit of lack speaking. Let me tell you a truth that will set you free. You can't afford not to sow right now. This is your moment. This is your kairos. And if you let $100 stand between you and $1 million blessing, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. I'm not being harsh, I'm being honest. The wealthy understand that seed comes before harvest. They understand that you have to release what's in your hand to receive what's in heaven's hand. This is why the rich get richer, not because they're greedy, but because they understand the law of sowing and reaping. They sow consistently, they sow generously, and they reap abundantly. You have the opportunity right now to step into that same principle. The $100 you sow today will return to you multiplied. But more importantly, it will connect you to the billionaire family that's searching for you. It will activate the angels assigned to your financial breakthrough. It will open doors that have been closed. And it will shut the mouths of every demonic force that's been devouring your finances. Here's what I've learned after years of studying wealth and prosperity. Money doesn't come to those who need it most. Money comes to those who are ready for it. You can be desperate and broke, crying out for help, and still not receive anything, not because God doesn't care, but because you're not in position to receive. Position is everything. A farmer can cry all day about needing a harvest, but if he never plants the seed, no harvest will come. You have to plant first. You have to position yourself first. You have to prepare the ground first. And that's what you're doing right now by engaging with this message, by subscribing to this channel, by sharing with 3 people, and by sending your super thanks of $100. You're preparing the ground of your heart and your life to receive the massive harvest that's coming. This billionaire family isn't going to find you if you're sitting on the sidelines. They're going to find you because you're in position, because you're active, Because you're demonstrating faith through action. So stop waiting for the blessing to come before you act. Start acting so the blessing can come. Let me tell you about the spirit of the devourer that's been working against your finances. The Bible talks about this in Malachi 3, where God says, "I will rebuke the devourer for your sakes." The devourer is a demonic force assigned to eat up your income, to create unexpected expenses, to ensure that money never stays in your hands. It's why your car breaks down right after you get paid. It's why medical bills appear out of nowhere. It's why every time you try to save, something happens that forces you to spend. This isn't coincidence, it's strategic demonic activity. But today, God is rebuking the devourer from your life. Today, the cycle breaks. Today, the curse lifts. And today, you step into the blessing that this billionaire family is carrying for you. But you must understand that the devourer doesn't leave without a fight. It will try to distract you from this message. It will try to make you doubt. It will try to convince you that this isn't for you. Resist that voice. Rebuke that spirit and declare, "I receive my financial breakthrough now." Type it in the comments. Say it out loud. Let the atmosphere around you hear your declaration. And then watch how quickly things begin to shift. The truth is, this billionaire family has been searching for you longer than you've been searching for them. God placed it in their hearts to be a blessing to someone specific, and you are that someone. They've been praying, asking God to show them who to invest in, who to help, who to lift. And your name came up, not by chance, not by accident, but by divine design. Everything you've been through, every struggle you've endured, every tear you've cried, it was all preparing you for this moment. You weren't going through it for nothing. You were being refined, tested, and proven worthy of the blessing that's about to come. And this billionaire family recognizes that. They see what God sees in you. They believe what God believes about you. And they're ready to release resources into your life that will completely transform your future. But you must meet them halfway. You must show that you're serious. You must demonstrate that you're ready. Subscribe if you're ready. Share with 3 people if you're ready. Send a super thanks of $100 if you're ready. These actions might seem small, but they're activating something massive in the spirit realm. I want you to imagine what it will feel like when you receive the phone call, or the message, or the connection that changes everything. Imagine the relief that will flood your soul when you realize you'll never have to stress about money again. Imagine the freedom you'll experience when every debt is paid, every bill is covered, and you have more than enough to live the life you've always dreamed of. That feeling is closer than you think. It's not years away. It's not even months away. It's days away. Maybe even hours away. Because the moment you take the action I'm instructing you to take, you set things in motion in the spirit realm that must manifest in the physical realm. That's how spiritual laws work. Faith without works is dead, but faith with corresponding action produces miraculous results. What action is God asking you to take? It's simple, it's clear, and it's non-negotiable if you want the breakthrough. Subscribe to this channel so you stay connected to the prophetic words that will guide you into your next level. Share this video with 3 people because your blessing is connected to your willingness to bless others with this message. And send a super thanks of $100 to release the seed that will connect you to the harvest. Now let me tell you what happens after you take these steps. First, there will be a supernatural peace that comes over you. You'll feel a release in your spirit. The anxiety that's been gripping you will lose its hold. Second, you'll start noticing divine coincidences, people reaching out to you, opportunities presenting themselves, favor showing up in unexpected places. Third, within a short period of time, you'll experience a tangible financial breakthrough. It might come as a new job offer with a salary higher than you imagined. It might come as an unexpected check or refund. It might come as a business opportunity that takes off immediately. Or it might come directly through a connection with someone who has resources and wants to invest in you. However it comes, it will come. Because God watches over His word to perform it. And when He says a billionaire family is looking for you, He's not speaking metaphorically. He's speaking literally. There are wealthy people in this world right now who are being led by the Spirit to find and bless specific individuals. And you are one of those individuals. But again, they can't find you if you're not in position. They can't bless you if you're not ready. They can't invest in you if you're still operating in a poverty mindset. So everything I'm instructing you to do right now is about positioning you, preparing you, and connecting you to what's already yours. I've been in ministry long enough to know the difference between religious talk and prophetic truth. What I'm speaking to you right now isn't motivational fluff. It's not empty promises designed to make you feel good for a moment. This is a prophetic word from heaven, and it carries weight in the spirit realm. When God speaks a word, it doesn't return void. It accomplishes what it was sent to accomplish. And this word was sent to accomplish your financial liberation. It was sent to break chains. It was sent to open doors. It was sent to connect you with the billionaire family that's searching for you. But like any prophetic word, it requires your participation. Prophecy isn't passive. It's a partnership between what God declares and what we do with that declaration. So what are you going to do with this word? Are you going to let it be just another video you watched and forgot about? Or are you going to let it be the catalyst that launches you into a completely new dimension of wealth and abundance? The choice is yours. But I'm telling you, the consequences of this choice will impact the rest of your life. Choose wisely. Choose quickly. Choose obedience. Subscribe now. Share with 3 people now. Send your super thanks of $100 now. Don't delay. Don't procrastinate. This is your moment. Let me share something that might blow your mind. The reason you found this video wasn't because of the algorithm. It wasn't because you were randomly scrolling. You found this video because God led you here. He knew you needed this word. He knew this was your moment. And He made sure this video appeared in your feed at exactly the right time. That's divine orchestration. That's God working behind the scenes to set up your breakthrough. And if He went through the trouble of getting you here, don't you think He's serious about what He's about to do in your life? Don't you think He's prepared something extraordinary for you? Of course He has. God doesn't waste time. He doesn't play games. When He moves with purpose and power. And His move in your life right now is to connect you with a billionaire family that will shift your financial reality forever. But you have to cooperate with what He's doing. You have to align with His plan. You have to follow His instructions, and His instructions are clear. Stay engaged with this message. Share it with 3 people. Subscribe to this channel and send a super thanks of $100. These aren't burdensome requirements. They're simple steps that unlock extraordinary blessing. Here's what wealthy people know that broke people don't. Money is a tool, not a master. When you're broke, money controls you. It dictates your decisions, limits your options, and keeps you in bondage. But when you're wealthy, you control money. You tell it where to go, how to multiply, and who to bless. This billionaire family understands this principle. They've mastered money, and now they want to teach you how to master it too. But you can't learn from them if you never connect with them. And you can't connect with them if you're not in position. Everything comes down to position. Are you positioned to receive? Are you positioned to learn? Are you positioned to be found by those who are searching for you? If you are not sure, then take the steps I'm giving you. subscribe, share, sow. These steps will position you. They'll put you on the radar of the people who need to find you. They'll open doors that have been locked. They'll activate angels that have been waiting for your obedience. And they'll release the flow of abundance that's been blocked. Don't overthink it. Just do it. Your breakthrough is on the other side of your obedience. I want to address the skeptics for a moment, those who are watching this with doubt in their hearts. I understand skepticism. I get it. You've been disappointed before. You've believed for things that didn't happen. You've trusted people who let you down. So now you're guarded. You're cautious. You're hesitant to believe again. But let me ask you this. Has your skepticism made you wealthy? Has your doubt paid your bills? Has your caution brought you the breakthrough you need? Of course not. Skepticism keeps you safe, but it also keeps you stuck. Faith, on the other hand, is risky. It requires vulnerability. It demands that you believe for things you can't yet see. But faith is the only thing that moves mountains. Faith is the only thing that opens blind eyes and deaf ears. Faith is the only thing that brings the supernatural into the natural. So for just a moment, I'm asking you to put aside your skepticism. I'm asking you to take a leap of faith. Believe that what I'm telling you is true. Believe that there is indeed a billionaire family searching for you. Believe that God has orchestrated this divine connection. And then act on that belief. Subscribe, share with 3 people, send your super thanks of $100, and watch what happens. I guarantee you, your life will never be the same. The clock is ticking, the window is closing, and the opportunity is slipping away with every second you hesitate. This is not a message you can save for later. This is not something you can come back to when it's more convenient. This is a now word. This is an urgent word. This is a time-sensitive word. And if you don't act now, you'll miss it. I've seen it happen too many times. People hear the prophetic word. They feel the Holy Spirit stirring in their hearts. They know they should act, but they wait. They overthink. They consult with people who don't have the faith to believe with them. And by the time they finally decide to act, the season has passed. The door has closed. The billionaire family has moved on to someone else. Don't let that be your story. Don't let hesitation steal your miracle. Act now while you still can. This is your last chance. This is your final warning. God is extending His hand to you right now, offering you a way out of poverty and into prosperity. Will you take His hand? Or will you let fear and doubt hold you back? The choice is yours, but the time is now. Subscribe immediately. Share with 3 people without delay. Send your super thanks of $100 before this moment passes. Your entire future depends on what you do in the next few minutes. The divine connection. You've been waiting for. Everything I've told you so far has been building to this moment. This is where theory becomes reality. This is where prophecy becomes manifestation. This is where your faith produces results. The billionaire family that's searching for you isn't some abstract concept. They're real people with real resources, and they've been divinely assigned to your life. But here's what you need to understand about divine assignments. They operate on heaven's timeline, not yours. You can't rush them, but you also can't delay them. When the time is right, when the season is set, when the connection is supposed to happen, it will happen. But only if you're ready. Only if you're watching. Only if you're in position. That's why I've been so insistent about you taking specific actions. It's not about controlling you. It's about positioning you. Every instruction I've given you, subscribing to this channel, sharing with 3 people, sending a super thanks of $100, these are positioning actions. They're moving you from where you are to where you need to be. They're shifting you from a mindset of lack to a mindset of abundance. They're preparing you to receive what's coming. Think about it this way. If someone wanted to give you $1 million, but you only had a cup in your hand, you couldn't receive it all. You'd need a bigger container. The actions I'm asking you to take are about expanding your container. They're about increasing your capacity. They're about preparing you to handle the magnitude of blessing that's about to hit your life. Because, let me tell you, when this billionaire family finds you, when they release resources into your life, it's going to be more than you ever imagined. It's going to be overwhelming in the best way possible. And if you're not prepared, if you haven't expanded your capacity, you'll fumble the blessing. You'll mismanage it. You'll let it slip through your fingers. But I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to be fully prepared, fully positioned, fully ready to receive and steward the abundance that's coming. So don't resist the instructions. Don't question the process. Just obey. Subscribe to this channel. Share with 3 people. Send your super thanks of $100. These simple acts of obedience are creating massive shifts in the spirit realm. Let me tell you about a woman I know who experienced exactly what I'm describing to you. She was a single mother, working 2 jobs, barely making ends meet. She was exhausted, discouraged, and on the verge of giving up. One day, she came across a prophetic message similar to this one. The messenger told her that there was a wealthy family looking for someone just like her, someone who had been faithful in hardship, someone who deserved a breakthrough. At first, she was skeptical. She thought, how could this possibly be for me? I'm nobody. I'm just trying to survive. But something inside her, call it the Holy Spirit, call it divine intuition, told her to take a chance. So she did what was instructed. She subscribed to the channel. She shared the message with 3 people. And she sowed a seed, even though it was money she felt she couldn't afford to give. Within 2 weeks, she received a phone call from a nonprofit organization she had never heard of. They told her that someone had nominated her to receive a grant. She didn't know who nominated her or why she was chosen. But within a month, she received $50,000 to pay off her debts and start fresh. Was it coincidence? Was it luck? No. It was divine connection. It was the manifestation of a prophetic word that she chose to believe and act on. And the same thing is about to happen to you. But you have to believe it's possible. You have to believe you're worthy. You have to believe that God sees you, knows you, and has prepared something extraordinary for you. Too many people miss their blessings because they don't believe they deserve them. They think, I've made too many mistakes. I've failed too many times. God wouldn't choose me. But that's a lie from the pit of hell. God doesn't choose the qualified. He qualifies the chosen. And you are chosen. You were chosen before you were born. You were chosen before you made your first mistake. You were chosen before you experienced your first failure. God's choice isn't based on your performance. It's based on His purpose for your life. And His purpose for your life includes abundance. It includes wealth. It includes being connected to people who will elevate you, invest in you, and help you fulfill your destiny. This billionaire family is part of that divine purpose. They're part of the plan God has for your life, and they're searching for you right now. But they'll only find you if you make yourself findable. Subscribe, share, sow. These actions make you visible in the spirit realm. They signal to heaven that you're ready. They activate the angels assigned to your breakthrough. I need to tell you something that might challenge your thinking. Poverty is not humility. Being broke is not a badge of honor. Struggling financially doesn't make you more spiritual. In fact, poverty is often a curse that needs to be broken, not a virtue that needs to be embraced. God wants you wealthy. He wants you prosperous. He wants you living in abundance so you can be a blessing to others. When you're broke, you can't help anyone. When you're struggling, you can't fund the kingdom. When you're in lack, you can't fulfill your purpose. But when you're wealthy, everything changes. You become a resource. You become a solution. You become a distribution center for God's blessings. And that's what He's calling you to be. This billionaire family that's looking for you, they understand this principle. They know that wealth is a tool for advancing the kingdom. They know that money in the right hands can change the world. And they believe you are the right hands. They believe that if they invest in you, you'll multiply what they give you. You'll steward it well. You'll use it to make a difference. That's why they're searching for you. Not because you're perfect, but because you're faithful. Not because you have it all together, but because you've stayed committed even when things fell apart. Let me address something else that might be on your mind: the fear of what people will think. Some of you are hesitating because you're worried about how others will perceive you if you subscribe to this channel, share this message, or send a super thanks of $100. You're worried they'll think you're gullible or desperate or foolish. But here's the truth. The opinions of broke people shouldn't dictate your financial decisions. If the people around you are struggling just like you, they're not qualified to advise you on prosperity. You need to start listening to the voices of those who have what you want, not those who are stuck where you are. This billionaire family isn't going to mock you for believing. They're going to celebrate you. They're going to recognize your faith. They're going to reward your obedience. So stop worrying about what people will think and start focusing on what God is saying. He's saying, it's your time. He's saying, it's your season. He's saying, the breakthrough you've been praying for is here. Will you receive it? Or will you let the fear of man steal your blessing? Share this video with 3 people right now. Don't worry about their response. Your obedience isn't dependent on their approval. Subscribe to this channel. It's a declaration that you're serious about your breakthrough. Send your super thanks of $100. It's an act of faith that releases the supernatural. Here's what I know for certain. This message is not for everyone. It's for the remnant. It's for the faithful. It's for those who have endured hardship and refused to quit. It's for those who have praised God in the storm and worshiped in the wilderness. If that's you, then everything I'm saying is resonating in your spirit right now. You're feeling a stirring. You're sensing that this is your moment. You're hearing the Holy Spirit confirm that this is the word you've been waiting for. Don't ignore that stirring. Don't dismiss that feeling. That's God speaking to you, and when God speaks, you need to listen and obey. The billionaire family that's searching for you won't be searching forever. They have a mission to accomplish, and if you don't respond, they'll move on to the next person on their list. But I don't want that to happen. I don't want you to miss your divine appointment. I don't want you to look back 5 years from now and realize you let fear and doubt rob you of the greatest opportunity of your life. So I'm pleading with you. Act now. Subscribe now. Share with 3 people now. Send your super thanks of $100 now. This is your last chance. This is your final warning. Time is running out. The wealth transfer that's happening in the earth right now is unprecedented. God is taking resources from the hands of the wicked and placing them in the hands of the righteous. But the righteous must be ready. They must be positioned. They must be prepared to receive. That's you. You're the righteous one God is about to bless. You're the faithful one He's about to promote. You're the one He's been preparing in secret, so He can honor you in public. This billionaire family is part of that honor. They're part of the reward for your faithfulness. They're part of the blessing that's been stored up for you. But you have to claim it. You have to receive it. You have to step into it. And that starts with obedience to what you're hearing right now. I'm not asking you to do anything difficult. I'm not asking you to sell everything you own or move to another country. I'm asking you to take 3 simple steps. Subscribe, share, and sow. That's it. 3 simple actions that will unlock extraordinary results. Don't complicate it. Don't overthink it. Just do it. And then watch what God does. Watch how doors begin to open. Watch how opportunities begin to present themselves. Watch how the billionaire family that's been searching for you finally finds you. I want to speak directly to those who are battling with the voice of doubt right now. The enemy is whispering in your ear, trying to convince you that this isn't real, that you're being foolish, that nothing will change. But that voice is a liar. The enemy is terrified of what's about to happen in your life. He knows that once you connect with this billionaire family, once you step into the abundance that's waiting for you, you'll become a major threat to his kingdom. You'll have the resources to advance God's kingdom. You'll have the finances to fund ministries, support missions, and help those in need. That's why he's fighting so hard to keep you from taking action. He knows that your obedience today will result in his defeat tomorrow. So don't listen to him. Rebuke that voice. Silence that doubt and declare, I will not miss my moment. I will not let fear steal my blessing. I will act in faith and receive what God has for me. Type that in the comments right now. Speak it out loud. Let the atmosphere around you shift as you make that declaration. And then follow through with action. Subscribe. Share with 3 people. Send your super thanks of $100. These actions are your weapons against the enemy's attack. They're your declaration of war against poverty, lack, and limitation. Let me paint you one final picture before we move forward. Imagine yourself 6 months from now. You're sitting in a beautiful home that you own free and clear. Your bank account has more money than you've ever seen in your life. Your children's college is paid for. Your retirement is secure. You're able to give generously to every cause that touches your heart. You're able to travel, enjoy life, and live without the constant stress of financial pressure. That's not a fantasy. That's your future. But your future starts with a decision you make today. Will you believe? Will you act? Will you receive? The billionaire family that's searching for you is waiting for your response. They're waiting for you to make yourself findable. They're waiting for you to step into position. And they're waiting for you to demonstrate the faith that qualifies you for the blessing they're carrying. Don't make them wait any longer. Subscribe to this channel right now. Share this video with 3 people immediately. Send your super thanks of $100 without delay. Your future self will thank you. Your children will thank you. Your legacy will thank you. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your last chance. Don't let it pass you by. The spiritual laws governing your wealth. Transfer, you might be wondering, how does this wealth transfer actually work? It's not magic, it's law, spiritual law. Just as the law of gravity works whether you believe in it or not, the laws of wealth transfer operate with precision and certainty. The Bible teaches that the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. Think about that for a second. The resources that have been accumulated by those who don't know God, who use money for selfish ambition, are legally designated for you. But there is a process to unlock it. You can't just wish for it. You have to authorize it. This billionaire family is the vessel God is using to execute this transfer, but your faith is the key that turns the ignition. The first law you must understand is the law of flow. Money is current. That's why it's called currency. It must move to grow. If you hoard, you block the flow. If you release, you create a vacuum that heaven must fill. When I tell you to send a super thanks of $100, I'm teaching you to activate the law of flow. You're not losing $100. You're circulating it into the kingdom, which commands a return. Luke 6:38 says, "Give, and it will be given to you." It doesn't say, "Keep, and it will be given to you." The billionaire family looking for you operates by this law every single day. They give millions, and billions return to them. They want to connect with someone who understands this rhythm. Show them you understand. Break the dam of stagnation in your life. Let the river of provision flow. Subscribe now to align yourself with this current. The second law is the law of stewardship. You are not an owner, you are a manager. Everything belongs to God. The billionaire family searching for you knows they are merely stewards of God's treasury. They are looking for a partner who will treat wealth with the same reverence. If God can't trust you to be generous with what you have now, why would He trust you with the millions He has prepared for you? Your current financial state is a classroom. Are you passing the test? Are you tithing? Are you giving? Are you honoring God with your first fruits? When you send that super thanks, you are effectively saying to God, I trust you with my seed more than I trust myself with my harvest. That is the mindset of a wealthy steward. That is the signal that attracts divine investors. We are witnessing a biblical pattern right now. In the Bible, the Israelites plundered the Egyptians before they left for the Promised Land. God didn't let them leave empty-handed. He ensured that the wealth of their oppressors was transferred to them to fund their journey. You are in your own Egypt right now, a place of limitation and bondage. But your exodus is here. The billionaire family represents the transfer of resources that will fund your journey to the Promised Land. But notice this. The Israelites had to ask the Egyptians for the gold and silver. They had to take action. They couldn't just sit in their houses and wait. You too must take action. You must claim what is yours. You must participate in your own deliverance. Share this video with 3 people to declare your exodus has begun. Subscribe to seal your departure from the land of lack. The enemy wants you to think this transfer is unfair or impossible. He wants you to believe that wealthy people are lucky and you are destined to be poor. Reject that lie. The transfer is not about luck. It's about covenant. God promised Abraham that he would be blessed to be a blessing. That covenant extends to you. This billionaire family is honoring that covenant by seeking you out. They are fulfilling their part of the deal. Now you must fulfill yours. Don't let the devil talk you out of your inheritance. Stand firm on the word. Declare your rights as a child of the King. And seal that declaration with a seed of $100. It's a small price to pay for a covenant that guarantees your prosperity. The prophetic timeline. Why now? Why is this happening now? Why is this billionaire family looking for you at this specific moment in history? Because we are in a season of acceleration. The prophet Amos spoke of a time when the plowman shall overtake the reaper. Amos 9:13. That means the harvest will come so fast, you won't even finish sowing before you start reaping. That is the season we are in. The delay is over. The waiting period is finished. God is speeding up the process because the time is short. The kingdom needs funding now. The world needs the light of Christ now. And God needs you wealthy now, so you can be a major player in His end-time agenda. This billionaire family feels this urgency. They sense in their spirits that they must release these funds immediately. They are under divine pressure to find you. Every day you delay is a day they spend searching, wondering where you are. Don't make them wait any longer. You are the missing piece of their puzzle. Your breakthrough is their assignment. When you connect, it's not just a blessing for you, it's a relief for them. They can finally discharge the duty God has placed on them. Help them help you. Signal your presence. Raise your hand in the spirit realm by subscribing and commenting. Let them know, I am here. I am the one you're looking for. Understand that this timeline is also about the global economic shift. The world systems are shaking. Traditional financial structures are crumbling. But the kingdom economy is rising. God is transferring wealth from the shaky system of the world to the stable system of the kingdom. You are being called to be a pillar in this new economy. The billionaire family looking for you has already made the transition. They have secured their wealth in the kingdom, and now they want to help you do the same. This is not just about paying bills. It's about surviving and thriving in the times to come. It's about building an ark of safety for your family and your community. If you miss this window, you might have to wait years for the next cycle. The Bible speaks of the year of Jubilee, a time when debts were forgiven and wealth was restored. This is your personal Jubilee. But Jubilee doesn't last forever. It's a specific year, a specific time. If you didn't blow the trumpet during Jubilee, you didn't get your land back. I am blowing the trumpet for you right now. I am sounding the alarm. This is your moment of restoration. Don't sleep through your Jubilee. Wake up, act, claim your restoration. Send your super thanks of $100 as a trumpet blast to the heavens. Let God know you heard the call. There is a convergence of prayer happening right now. Your prayers for help have met their prayers for someone to bless. It's a divine collision. Think about the timing of this video. You could have been doing anything else. You could have been watching anything else. But you are here. That is proof that the timeline is active. That is evidence that the coordinates are locked. Do not abort the mission now. Do not disconnect the call. Stay on the line. Finish the process. Subscribe, share, sow. Complete the circuit so the power can flow. Overcoming the spirit of sabotage. Be warned, whenever a major breakthrough is close, the spirit of sabotage will manifest. This is the spirit that makes you doubt at the last minute. It's the voice that says, "This is a scam," or "I'll do it later." It's the sudden distraction that pulls you away from the screen. It's the fear that grips you when you reach for your wallet. That is not your rational mind. That is a spiritual enemy trying to sabotage your destiny. He knows that if you complete these instructions, his hold on your finances is broken forever. He is desperate to keep you poor because a poor Christian is a limited threat. A wealthy Christian is a dangerous weapon in God's hand. You must recognize sabotage when you see it. Did your internet just flicker? Did someone just call you to complain? Did a sudden wave of tiredness hit you? Fight it. Shake it off. These are tactics to make you miss your moment. The billionaire family is waiting, but the enemy is blocking the door. You have to push through. You have to be violent in your faith. The kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the violent take it by force. Matthew 11:12. Take your breakthrough by force. Don't let the enemy win this round. He has stolen enough from you. He has robbed you of your peace, your joy, and your resources for too long. Tonight, you draw the line. Self-sabotage is also a real danger. Sometimes we are our own worst enemies. We are comfortable in our struggle because it's familiar. We are afraid of success because it brings responsibility. You might be thinking, what if I get the money and lose it? Or what if I can't handle it? Stop those thoughts. God has equipped you. The Holy Spirit is your counselor. This billionaire family will provide mentorship, not just money. You will not fail. You will not fall. You are supported by heaven. Break the agreement with failure. Break the agreement with mediocrity. Step into your greatness. The spirit of delay is a form of sabotage. I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Delayed obedience is disobedience. When God says, move, you move. Lot's wife looked back and turned into a pillar of salt. She hesitated. She longed for the past. Don't be like Lot's wife. Don't look back at your lack. Look forward to your abundance. Run toward it. This billionaire family is in your future, not your past. Leave the past behind. Leave the excuses behind. Act now. Subscribe immediately. Share with 3 people instantly. Send your super thanks of $100 right this second. I rebuke the spirit of sabotage over your life in the name of Jesus. I bind the spirit of confusion. I command clarity and boldness to come upon you now. You will not miss this. You will not fumble this. You will seize this opportunity with both hands. You are a victor, not a victim. You are a conqueror, not a casualty. Rise up and take what is yours. The theology of receiving: many Christians are great at giving, but terrible at receiving. You've been taught that it's better to give than to receive, but you can't give what you haven't received. You must learn the theology of receiving. Receiving requires humility. It requires admitting that you need help. It requires opening your hands and your heart. This billionaire family wants to bless you, but if your hands are closed in a fist of pride or fear, they can't put anything in them. Open your hands. Open your spirit. Say, Lord, I am ready to receive. Receiving is an act of worship. When you receive God's blessing with gratitude, you honor the giver. When you reject it or minimize it, you dishonor Him. Imagine if you bought a gift for your child and they refused to take it. You would be hurt. God is hurt when His children refuse His abundance. He has prepared a table for you in the presence of your enemies. Sit down and eat. Don't starve yourself when the banquet is ready. The billionaire family has set the table. Take your seat. There is a poverty gospel that has infiltrated the church, teaching that being poor makes you holy. That is a lie. Jesus became poor so that through His poverty we might become rich. 2 Corinthians 8:9. He paid the price for your prosperity. To reject prosperity is to reject part of the finished work of the cross. You are not honoring Jesus by staying broke. You are ignoring His sacrifice. Honor Him by accepting the fullness of what He died to give you. Accept the wealth. Accept the resources. Accept the connection with this billionaire family. Receiving also involves preparation. You don't pour new wine into old wineskins. You have to renew your mind. You have to stop thinking like a consumer and start thinking like an investor. The billionaire family is looking for an investor mindset. They want to know, what will you do with the money? Will you consume it on your lusts, or will you invest it in the kingdom? When you send the super thanks, you are demonstrating an investor mindset. You are sowing into a spiritual word, expecting a spiritual and physical return. That shows you are ready for the big leagues. Finally, receiving is a skill you practice. Start by receiving this word. Don't analyze it to death. Receive it into your spirit. Let it take root. Then practice receiving by taking the actions. Each action, subscribing, sharing, giving, is a physical motion that reinforces the spiritual act of receiving. It's like muscle memory. Train yourself to say yes to God's blessings. Train yourself to be a receiver. Your mandate for the marketplace. This wealth transfer isn't just so you can buy a nicer car. It's for a mandate. God is raising up kings and priests. Priests minister in the temple. Kings rule in the marketplace. You are called to be a king in the marketplace. This billionaire family is part of the kingship anointing. They are rulers in their sphere, and they are coming to anoint you to rule in yours. You are being called to take territory for the kingdom of God in business, in media, in education, in government. Money gives you a voice. Solomon said wisdom is good, but a poor man's wisdom is despised. Ecclesiastes 16. When you have resources, people listen. God wants to give you a megaphone to speak His truth to the nations. The wealth you are about to receive will amplify your voice. It will give you a seat at tables where decisions are made. It will allow you to influence culture. This is a high calling. It is a serious responsibility. That is why the vetting process is so strict. That is why your obedience now matters so much. You are being drafted into God's special forces. The Billionaire family acts as the recruitment officers. They are looking for soldiers who are disciplined, focused, and obedient. The actions I've given you are basic training. Can you follow simple orders? Can you move when told? If you can, you qualify for the mission. The mission is to reclaim the wealth of the earth for the glory of God. It's a global mission. It's a historic mission. And you have been chosen for it. Don't underestimate your role. You might think, I'm just one person. But one person with God is a majority. One person with the resources of heaven backing them can change a city, a nation, a generation. This billionaire family started as just people too. Now they are a powerhouse. You are next. You are the seed of the next powerhouse family. Your children's children will talk about this moment, the moment you decided to trust God and step into your destiny. So, here we are, the final moments. The decision is before you. Life or death, blessing or cursing, poverty or prosperity. The billionaire family is waiting. The angels are waiting. God is waiting. What will you do? Will you scroll away and return to your struggle? Or will you step into the supernatural flow of wealth that has been ordained for you? I believe in you. I believe you have the faith. I believe you are the one. Prove me right. Prove God right. Subscribe to the channel. Lock in your connection. Share with 3 people. Expand your territory. Send the super thanks of 100. Activate your seed. Do it now. Your future begins in 3, 2, 1, go. The anatomy of the billionaire's assignment. Let's get practical about who these people are. The billionaire family I'm speaking of is not just a random group of rich people. They are kingdom financiers. They have been raised up for such a time as this to be the Josephs of our generation. Just as Joseph stored up grain during the years of plenty to preserve life during the years of famine, these families have accumulated vast resources to preserve the remnant, that's you, during the coming economic shifts. They understand that their wealth is not for their own luxury, but for the preservation of God's people. But here is the critical part. Joseph didn't just give the grain away to anyone who asked. People had to come to him. They had to align with his system. They had to follow his protocols. The billionaire family looking for you has protocols. They have systems, and the protocol for access is faithfulness. They are looking for those who have been faithful with a little, so they can be trusted with much. When you subscribe to this channel, you are entering their digital protocol. You are registering your presence in the system where they are looking. When you share with 3 people, you are demonstrating the multiplication principle that they live by. Why are they looking for you specifically? Because God has shown them that the next wave of kingdom leaders will not come from the usual places. They won't come from the famous seminaries or the celebrity circles. They will come from the hidden places. They will come from the threshing floors, like Gideon. They will come from the sheep pastures, like David. You are in a hidden place right now, feeling invisible. But your anonymity is your qualification. They are looking for the hidden ones because the hidden ones have not been corrupted by the system. You are fresh wineskin ready for new wine. This family operates in the courts of heaven. Before they cut a check on earth, they get a verdict in heaven. They pray, Lord, who is next? And the Holy Spirit brings names up before them. Your name is being whispered in their prayer closets right now. But there is a legal battle for your blessing. The accuser of the brethren is standing there saying, they aren't ready, they have debt, they have fear. You need to silence the accuser. How? By an act of undeniable faith. The super thanks of $100 is your evidence in the court. It proves that you value the prophetic word more than your fear of lack. It silences the enemy's argument that you are bound by poverty. The transfer is also about the wealth of the wicked. Proverbs 13:22 says, "The wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just." This doesn't mean we steal it. It means God orchestrates circumstances where resources shift hands legally and supernaturally. Maybe this billionaire family made their money in a secular industry, but now they are saved and want to repurpose that Egypt gold for building the tabernacle. You are the builder they are looking for. You have the vision, the dream, the ministry plan, but you lack the gold. They have the gold, but need the vision carriers. It's a divine partnership waiting to happen. The protocol of the open door. You are standing in front of a massive door. Behind it is the billionaire family, the resources, the debt freedom, the fully funded destiny. But the door has a lock. The lock is not money. The lock is honor. Access to the wealthy is always granted through honor. You honor the anointing upon their lives not by worshiping them, but by respecting the principles they walk in. One of those principles is the law of the seed. You cannot enter a king's presence empty-handed. It's not that the king needs your gift. It's that your gift proves you understand honor. When I instruct you to send a super thanks of $100, I am teaching you the protocol of the open door. I am teaching you how to knock so that it opens. If you knock with a clenched fist, greed, fear, the sound is dull. If you knock with an open hand, giving, faith, the sound resonates in the spirit realm. The billionaire family hears the sound of the open hand. They recognize the frequency of generosity because it's the same frequency they operate on. Tune your life to their frequency. There is also the protocol of immediacy. In the business world, deals are lost by seconds. In the spirit world, Kairos moments are missed by hesitation. When the angel troubled the water at the pool of Bethesda, only the first one in got healed. There is a first one in anointing available right now. The first ones to obey, the first ones to subscribe, the first ones to sow. They catch the wave before it crests. Don't be the one who jumps in after the wave has passed. Ride the wave. Be immediate. Don't let the smallness of the seed fool you. A $100 seed looks small compared to a $1 billion harvest, but an acorn looks small compared to an oak forest. The DNA of the forest is in the acorn. The DNA of your millions is in that $100 seed. God doesn't look at the size of the seed. He looks at the sacrifice of the sower. For the widow with the 2 mites, her penny was worth more than the gold of the Pharisees because it was all she had. Your $100 might be a sacrifice today. God sees that. The billionaire family senses that. That sacrifice carries a scent that reaches heaven. The open door is also about association. He who walks with wise men will be wise. Proverbs 13:20. You are choosing your association right now. By ignoring this, you associate with skepticism and poverty. By engaging, you associate with faith and abundance. Who do you want to walk with? The naysayers in the comments or the billionaires in the spirit? Choose your tribe. Your tribe determines your vibe, and your vibe determines your tribe. Attract the tribe of the wealthy by acting like one of them now. Breaking the generational curse of almost. I see a spirit of almost hovering over many of you. You almost got the promotion. You almost bought the house. You almost broke through. But something always happens at the last minute. That is a generational curse. It's a boundary line drawn by the enemy that says, you can come this far, but no further. Today, we erase that line. The billionaire family is the battering ram God is sending to smash through the almost barrier. They don't suffer from almost. They suffer from too much. They have too much to manage alone. They need partners. They need you to cross the line from almost to abundance so you can help them carry the load. The curse of almost is broken by a done deal faith. You have to declare it done before you see it. When you click subscribe, say, "It is done." When you share, say, "It is done." When you sow, scream, "It is done." This curse often manifests as a cycle. Every few years, you get your hopes up, only to be disappointed. This creates hope deferred, which makes the heart sick. Proverbs 13:12. God wants to heal your heart today. He wants to break the cycle of disappointment. This time is different. Why? Because this time you are fighting with a new weapon, the weapon of violent obedience. You aren't just hoping, you are acting. You are putting skin in the game. That changes the dynamic. The billionaire family is looking for cycle breakers. They want people who are the first in their family to go to college, the first to start a business, the first to walk in financial freedom. If you are a cycle breaker, you are a prime candidate for their investment. They love the underdog story. They love to bet on the dark horse. You are the dark horse. You are the one nobody expects to win, which makes your victory so much sweeter. Stop accepting almost as your portion. Your portion is running over. Your cup runs over. Your blessings overtake you. That is the biblical standard. Refuse anything less. Get angry at the almost. Use that anger to fuel your action. Subscribe with aggression. Share with determination. Sow with conviction. Shatter the glass ceiling of almost today. The mystery of the hidden ones, Psalm 83:33, speaks of God's hidden ones. There is a strategic hiding that God does. He hides you in the quiver like a polished arrow, Isaiah 49:2. You feel hidden, ignored, overlooked, but you haven't been buried. You've been planted. Or you've been hidden for protection until the time of your showing. The billionaire family has the code to find the hidden ones. They have the discernment to spot the diamond in the rough. Being hidden has been painful. You've watched others with less talent and less anointing get promoted ahead of you. You've wondered, "Lord, when is it my turn?" Your turn is now. The hiding was necessary to develop your character. If you had been exposed to this level of wealth 5 years ago, it might have destroyed you. Now, your roots are deep enough to hold the weight of the fruit. The billionaire family isn't looking for the shallow show-offs. They are looking for the deep-rooted hidden ones. The unveiling is happening. This video is part of your unveiling. By responding to it, you are stepping out of the shadows. You are raising your hand in the massive crowd of humanity and saying, "Lord, I'm here." It's like blind Bartimaeus crying out to Jesus. The crowd told him to be quiet, stay hidden, but he cried out louder. You need to cry out louder. Your super thanks is your loud cry. It cuts through the noise of the crowd. It gets the master's attention. There is a remnant that has not bowed the knee to Baal, the system of the world. The billionaire family is part of this remnant. They felt alone too. They thought they were the only ones who wanted to use wealth for God. Finding you encourages them. It confirms to them that God has a people everywhere. You are an encouragement to them just as much as they are a blessing to you. It's a mutual unveiling. Don't despise the time of hiding. It was your incubator. But the chick must break the shell to be born. The shell is your comfort zone. The shell is your anonymity. Break the shell. Peck your way out. It takes effort. It takes struggle. But on the other side is a whole new world. A world where billionaire families are looking for you. A world where limitations don't exist. Welcome to your new world. The final call. A covenant of wealth. We are at the finish line of this message, but the starting line of your new life. This is not just a YouTube video. It is a digitally encoded prophetic mantle. I am passing a mantle to you. The mantle of the wealth transfer. The mantle of the billionaire connection. Will you pick it up? Elisha had to pick up Elijah's mantle. It didn't just fall on him and stick. He had to grab it. Grab this word. This is a covenant moment. A covenant is stronger than a contract. A contract is based on performance. A covenant is based on relationship. God is inviting you into a covenant of wealth. Deuteronomy 8:18 says, "It is He who gives you power to get wealth, that He may establish His covenant." The purpose of the wealth is the covenant. The billionaire family understands this. They are covenant keepers. They are looking for covenant partners. Are you ready to sign the covenant? Your signature is your obedience. 1. Subscribe. This is your signature of agreement. You agree with the word. 2. Share. This is your signature of witness. You bring others into the truth. 3. Super thanks. $100. This is your seal. In ancient times, covenants were sealed with a sacrifice. This is your sacrifice. The angels are watching. The cloud of witnesses is watching. The billionaire family is searching, and God is waiting. The stage is set. The lights are on. It's your cue. Don't freeze. Act. I decree and declare over you. The days of scratching and surviving are over. The connection with the billionaire family is established. The resources for your vision are released. The devourer is rebuked. The wealth transfer is activated. Go now. Do not hesitate. Do not look back. Your destiny is waiting in the comments section, in the share button, in the giving. Run to it. I'm waiting for you on the other side of your obedience. The architecture of your new reality. Let's talk about what happens the moment you say yes to this assignment. You aren't just getting money, you are inheriting a system. The billionaire family has built an architecture of wealth that is designed to last for generations. This architecture includes trusts, family-limited partnerships, and strategic gifting protocols. Why does this matter to you? Because they aren't just going to hand you a bag of cash. They are going to onboard you into a structure. When the Israelites left Egypt, they didn't leave as a mob. They left in ranks, in order. Exodus 13:18. Order attracts abundance. Chaos repels it. The reason many people never receive their transfer is because their lives are in chaos. But today, as you subscribe and engage, you are bringing your life into alignment with their order. You are signaling that you are ready to be part of a structured, disciplined, wealth-generating machine. Think of a family-limited partnership, FLP. In this structure, the parents, or the billionaire family, maintain control as general partners, but they transfer value to limited partners. That's you. You get the benefit of the assets without the burden of immediate management until you are ready. This is mentorship built into the money. They want to teach you how to fish, not just give you a fish. But to get into the partnership, you have to show up to the meeting.